Have you ever gone to bed feeling fine, only to wake up the next morning feeling like your body aged 10 years overnight? Or maybe you didn't sleep at all. You toss, you turn, you check the clock every half hour. And somewhere deep down, you start to wonder, is something wrong? Asterisk, it's not just your imagination. After 75, your body becomes far more sensitive to what happens before your head hits the pillow. And in some heartbreaking cases, what seems like just another night turns out to be the last. Asterisk, a 65-year-old man, healthy on the surface, died quietly. In his sleep last year, no big medical drama, no warning signs anyone could see. But when doctors looked closer, it wasn't random at all. It was a silent buildup of poor bedtime habits, tiny things he did every night that slowly broke his body down. Things many of us are still doing. Asterisk, that's why today's video is so important. We're going to talk about 5 bedtime habits that may seem harmless, but can quietly increase your risk of heart trouble, breathing problems, or even sudden death during sleep. Don't worry, this isn't about scaring you. It's about helping you take back control. You've worked too hard and come too far to have something preventable take your peace. Asterisk, let's start with something that almost everyone overlooks. Asterisk, have you ever eaten a heavy meal late at night? Maybe you skipped dinner and finally sat down to eat around 9 or 10 p.m. Maybe it was biryani, roast beef, or a thick slice of lasagna. It's comforting, it fills you up, but it also burdens your heart. Asterisk C. After 75, your digestive system slows down. That means your body takes longer to break down food, and if you go to bed right after eating something heavy, your stomach is still working overtime while your body is trying to sleep. That raises your heart rate, blood pressure, and puts extra strain on your breathing. For someone already at risk of sleep apnea or heart issues, that combo can be deadly. Asterisk, in the case of the 65-year-old man I mentioned earlier, his family later said he had a habit of eating a heavy late dinner before going to bed around 11 p.m. every night. His body never got the rest it needed. His heart never had time to slow down. And one night, it didn't recover. Asterisk, so here's something simple you can do. Try to eat your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Make it lighter. Soups, stews, fruits, or light sandwiches are much gentler on your system. Not only will you sleep better, but you'll wake up with more energy and less discomfort. Asterisk, now let me ask you this, do you ever fall asleep with the TV on? Asterisk, you might think it helps you relax, especially if you live alone. That background noise makes the silence less silent, but falling asleep with the TV, or even a phone screen lighting up the room, can quietly destroy your sleep cycles. Asterisk, your brain is like a thermostat. It relies on darkness to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall and stay asleep. But even low levels of artificial light from a screen can interrupt that process. The worst part? You don't even notice it. You think you're asleep, but your brain stays half awake, never reaching that deep, healing stage of sleep your body desperately needs at this age. Asterisk, and guess what that does over time? It weakens your memory, it increases confusion, it raises blood sugar levels, and in serious cases it can even trigger nighttime arrhythmias, irregular heart rhythms that lead to sudden cardiac arrest in your sleep. Asterisk, one woman told me her husband, who was in his late 70s, always fell asleep with a loud news channel playing on TV. One night he never woke up. The doctors later said his heart gave out during a spike in his blood pressure, possibly triggered by disturbed shallow sleep. Asterisk, if that sounds scary, just know this, turning off the screen, or at least using a sleep timer, can protect your body in ways you never imagined. If you need sound, try soft instrumental music, a fan, or a white noise machine. Your body knows what to do when it's given the chance. Asterisk. Let's move to another common but risky habit, taking certain medications right before bed without knowing their side effects. Asterisk, after 75, your body processes medication differently. That means drugs that seemed harmless at 50 can become dangerous at 80, especially if they affect your breathing, blood pressure, or heart rhythm. Asterisk, many seniors take sleeping pills, muscle relaxants, or even allergy meds that make them drowsy. And yes, they may help you fall asleep faster, but they can also cause your breathing to slow too much during sleep, especially if you already have sleep apnea or underlying lung issues. In some tragic cases, this has led to nighttime suffocation or fatal arrhythmias, and it's not just prescription drugs. Even over-the-counter meds like diphenhydramine, often found in nighttime pain relievers, can mess with your system. So, before taking any new medication at night, especially if you're already on a few, talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them, is this safe for someone my age? Are there safer alternatives for nighttime use? And never mix sleep aids with alcohol. That combination is especially dangerous and has led to countless preventable deaths in seniors. Now that we've talked about heavy meals, screen use, and risky medications, we're starting to see a pattern. Your body wants rest, not stimulation. But there are still two more dangerous habits that most people never think about. And those might be the most important of all. So we've already touched on how heavy meals, screens at bedtime, and risky medications can silently wear down your body over time. These habits sneak in so easily and feel so normal, but the damage they cause often stays hidden until it's too late. Now let's talk about something even more subtle, but just as dangerous. The temperature of your bedroom. It might sound minor, but your bedroom environment can literally decide how well your heart, lungs, and brain recover overnight. After the age of 75, your body's ability to regulate temperature weakens. That means if your room is too warm or too cold, your body has to work harder just to keep its internal temperature stable. And that extra stress, especially during sleep, is no small thing. Let me give you an example. There was an elderly gentleman who kept his bedroom very warm at night, around 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, because he didn't like feeling cold. Understandable, right? But he often woke up sweating, dehydrated, and exhausted. One night his heart rate spiked. He was rushed to the hospital. The doctor said his body overheated in his sleep, putting stress on his cardiovascular system. All from a simple thermostat setting. On the flip side, a cold room can also trigger problems. If your body gets too cold while you're sleeping, especially if circulation isn't what it used to be, your blood vessels constrict. That increases your blood pressure, which can trigger a stroke or heart attack in your sleep without any warning. Signs, so what's the sweet spot? Experts suggest keeping your room between 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit at night. That range helps your body relax, your heart rate stay stable, and your brain drift into deep sleep more easily. And here's a quick tip. Instead of using heavy blankets or blasting the heater, try layering breathable fabrics like pajamas, cotton sheets, and a soft comforter that won't trap too much heat. Also, keep a small glass of water near your bed. That way, if you wake up feeling dry or dehydrated, you don't have to go searching in the dark. Little adjustments like these can protect your heart more than you might imagine. Now, let's move to the last but perhaps most overlooked habit. Going to bed angry, stressed, or emotionally unsettled. You see, your body doesn't just process food and medication while you sleep, it also processes emotions. If your mind is racing with worry, if you're upset about something that happened earlier in the day, or if you're lying there replaying an argument or disappointment, your brain stays on high alert. Your heart rate increases, your breathing becomes shallow, and your muscles stay tense even while you sleep. And that kind of internal tension, night after night, is dangerous. It can lead to broken sleep, vivid nightmares, and even nocturnal panic attacks. Yes, those are real. In extreme cases, people have even passed away in their sleep from heart arrhythmias triggered by emotional distress. I once heard from a woman who lost her 76-year-old father to a heart attack in his sleep, just days after a serious family dispute. He was emotionally shaken, though he didn't say much. He went to bed that night quiet, but clearly not at peace. And that stress, that silent weight on his heart, may have been the final straw. So how can you protect yourself emotionally? Before bed? Start with something simple. Take 5 minutes each night to calm your mind. No need for complicated meditation, just sit quietly, Breathe deeply and think about 3 things you're grateful for that day. It could be something as small as a smile from your neighbor, a good cup of tea, or a memory from years ago that still warms your heart. Asterisk if you've had a disagreement with someone. Try to release it, at least for the night. Tell yourself, this can wait until tomorrow. My peace is more important right now. You'd be surprised how healing that one small habit can be. Asterisk reading something uplifting. Listening to a peaceful prayer or writing in a journal can also help slow your thoughts and soften your spirit. Remember, your body heals best when your mind is calm. That's not just wisdom, it's science. Asterisk now, if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Because you're not just existing, you're living with intention. That matters. And what matters even more is that you're taking these bedtime hours seriously. After 75, rest isn't just a routine, it's a lifeline. Asterisk, we've covered 4 powerful habits so far that can make or break your health in the quiet hours of the night. But there's still one more. One final behavior that might be silently stealing your vitality and you may not even know it's a problem. Asterisk. You've made it here and I'm proud of you. That says something powerful about the kind of life you want to live, calm, strong, and intentional. We've talked about how nighttime habits like heavy meals, bright screens, risky medications, extreme room temperatures, and emotional stress can put your health at serious risk after 75. But there's one final habit that ties them all together, and it may be the most quietly harmful of them all. Asterisk. It's ignoring your body's sleep signals and forcing yourself to stay up later than your body wants. Asterisk now. That might sound innocent. Maybe you want to catch the end of a late-night movie, or you just like the quiet stillness of the night. That's understandable. But staying up past your natural sleep window, even just by an hour or 2, can silently mess with your heart, your immune system, and your brain health. Especially as you get older. Asterisk, here's the thing most people don't realize. After 75, your body becomes far more sensitive to your circadian rhythm, that natural sleep-wake cycle your brain has followed since the day you were born. When you ignore that rhythm regularly, your body pays a price. Your cortisol, stress hormone, stays high. Your heart rate stays elevated, your memory and balance can suffer the next day. And over time, it raises your risk of stroke, falls, confusion, and nighttime heart events. Asterisk, I once spoke to a man in his early 80s who always stayed up till midnight. He said he felt more alive at night because it was peaceful and quiet. But he also kept getting dizzy spells, memory slips, and mild chest discomfort. After adjusting his routine and moving his bedtime back to 9:30 p.m., everything changed. His energy returned. His mood lifted. And the chest tightness stopped. Asterisk, you see, sleep isn't just about quantity, it's about timing. Your body heals the most between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's when your organs repair, your heart rate slows, your brain files memories, and your immune system does deep maintenance work. If you miss that window, your body doesn't catch up the same way it used to when you were younger. Asterisk, so if you're someone who lies in bed scrolling on your phone, watching one more show, or just can't seem to wind down, I want to tell you this gently but clearly. Your sleep is sacred now. It's not a luxury, it's a survival tool. And honoring it could literally add years to your life. Asterisk if you struggle with falling asleep earlier, here are a few things that might help. Start dimming your lights about an hour before bed. Turn off screens if you can, or at least use a blue light filter. Try sipping chamomile tea or warm milk. Read something gentle. Listen to calming music. And most importantly, go to bed when your body first tells you it's ready, not 2 hours later. Asterisk, think of it like this. If your body is knocking on the door of sleep, don't slam it shut and say, not now. Open the door, let it in. That's how healing begins. Asterisk now, before we wrap up, let's take a breath and remember why this matters so much. Asterisk, you're not just someone watching another health video online. You're someone who has lived, loved, fought battles, and made it through storms others couldn't even imagine. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve to wake up each morning feeling light, not weighed down by avoidable health issues. Asterisk, and if there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's this. Small changes can lead to big miracles. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be aware. And you've already taken that first step, asterisk, so tonight before you go to bed, pause for a moment. Think about what habits you might need to shift. Maybe eat a little earlier. Turn the TV off 20 minutes sooner. Make your room a bit cooler. Or just take a moment to forgive someone or even yourself before you close your eyes, asterisk, every small step you take toward a healthier bedtime is a step toward a longer, stronger life. Asterisk, if this message spoke to you, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me, what bedtime habit do you want to change? Or what small thing already helps you sleep better? You never know who might be helped by your story. Asterisk, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We make videos like this with love because we believe your best years are still ahead of you. Asterisk, here's to peaceful nights, strong mornings, and a heart that keeps beating with purpose and joy. Asterisk, sleep well, my friend. And may tomorrow greet you with strength, clarity, and a smile. Asterisk.